Hello everyone, welcome to Lessons with Philip. And today we want to start another series of another topic called geometry, which is also known as an angle. But today we want to focus on an introduction to an angle. What is an angle? An angle is the distance between two lines. Okay, automatically when we have two lines, the distance between these two lines are known as an angle. Okay. Secondly, you need to know that an angle can be represented with alphabet. With alphabet. It can be represented with alphabets like A, B, C, and so on and so forth. Okay? So most of the time when we represent an angle with an alphabet, you see us putting a sign at the top to tell you that this is an angle. Or sometimes we put the sign of an angle in front of the letters or the alphabet to tell you that this is not an alphabet but an angle. Deeply, when we go into the topic, you'll understand better. But apart from alphabet, we can represent an angles with signs, with angle signs, like this sign, like omega, like gamma, like beta, like alpha, and so on and so forth. You can represent with theta, with omega, with gamma, with beta, with alpha, and so on and so forth. So, apart from this, another thing you need to know is that an angle is measured. We measure an angle mostly, in degrees. That is when we see us writing an angle, like for example, we say 30 degree. If you don't put this degree, it means a number, not an angle. So you must put a degree to tell us that it is an angle. Okay? So apart from degree, we can also measure an angle or represent an angle in radians. In radians. And radians is also known as pi. Okay? Or in gradients. In gradients, which you also know the unit is grams. Okay, that is why 2 pi is equivalent to 180 degree, and we have our one revolution to be equals to 360 degree, and our we can still represent, don't forget grams, 400 gram is equals to 360 degree. Okay, now let's go to types of an angle. Types of an angle. What are the types of angles? Okay, number one, we have what we call right angles. Right angles. Right angles are angles that are equals to 90 degree. Any angle that is equals to 90 degree, they are known as right angle. And you can see us most of the time when you see a diagram and you're seeing this, it means that this angle is equals to 90 degree. Okay. Number two is what we call an acute angle. An acute angle. Acute angles are angles that are less than 90 degree. Any angle that are less than 90 degree, they are referred to acute angle. Okay. When we have an angle like this, this is not up to 90 degree. Okay, let's say this is 90 degree. This angle from this place to this place is not up to 90 degree. Those angles are known as acute angle. Okay, number three, we have what we call obtuse angle. Obtuse angles. Obtuse angles are angles. There are angles, any angle that is between 90 degree and 180 degree. The angle between 90 degree and 180 degree, they are not up to 180 degree, they are more than 90 degree. They are not up to 180 degree, but they are more than 90 degree. The angle between 90 degree and 180 degree are known as obtuse angle. For example, if you have this angle, this is 90 degree. So an angle that will have like this, and it is coming, it has passed 90 degree, but it is not up to 180 degree. This 180 degree, but it is not up to 180 degree. It's in between 90 degree and 180 degree. Such an angle is known as obtuse angle. Number 4 is what we call straight line angle. Straight line angles. Straight line angles are angles that are equals to 180 degree. Straight angle that are equals to 180 degree. And at the same time, they are known as 2 times right angle. 2 times right angle. Okay? Now number 5 is reflex angle. Reflex angle. Reflex angles are angles that are more than 180 degree but not up to 360 degree. Any angle which is not up to 360 degree but it is more than 180 degree, such an angle is known as reflex angle. How do you know when we have an angle? Let's say we have an angle like this. From this place to this place, this is known as reflex angle. And the last one is angle at a point, which we call full rotation. Full rotation angle. Full rotation angle. Full rotation angle are angle that are equals to 360 degree. Okay? When we have, they are also known as angle at a point. When an angle revolves round, that angle is known as right angle. So when we have an angle going round like that, that is known as full rotation angle or angle at a point. Okay? Now, if you understand this topic, please kindly like, share, and subscribe.